Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be showing a live execution from one of my live streams in AM session. This is a trade that I made 3.8K across my prop firm accounts, and I also took this on my live account. So overall, very clean session in AM today. Also, make sure to watch this video all the way until the end because I'm going to be dropping so much value in here, and I'm going to be showing you guys in live time exactly how I find my bias, how I found my drawn liquidity, and then how I scaled all the way down to the 15-second time frame to take a very precise entry. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit that like button. Really helps the channel grow. Also, just so that you guys know, the first part of the video, it's going to be the live execution in live time on my live stream. And then after, we're going to be doing a trade recap, going over exactly what I saw and why I took this trade. So yeah, all that aside, let's get right into the video. Nice, so some T rejections. Equilibrium held. Data low below right now. I want to see a pullback and then longs. SM teed up here. Rejecting a kebab. Rejected equilibrium of this range as well. Equilibrium holding. Kebab here holding. All-time highs near. Took out Asia low. SM teed up. 4-hour bullish closure. Daily very bullish. All-time highs is my draw. Yeah, I want to pull back lower for then longs. Alright, nice. Looks like we could get a setup here in a second. Alright, I'm in this long right now.
Order filled.
If we break this high, I'll be risk-free. I'm risk-free there. Do like this volatility a lot.
Order filled. Order
Bang.
filled.
All out there. Yesterday I went 2 for 2 and then 1 for 1 in AM session. Done for the week. Banger ass week. First thing, coming into the session, I saw that we had 10 AM news, so I always like to wait on that news at 10 AM. If we start on the weekly time frame, I like to work down the time frames. You can see that we had all-time highs right here. All-time highs. Same thing on ES, by the way. And if we actually go down to the daily, you can see the momentum that we had towards the upside. Everything's just closing bullish and just bullish market structure shifts. Everything on the daily is telling me to buy. Also, we had a sweep of these lows, so we had something actually sponsoring this move higher time frame on the daily. Also, this was the order block here. 50% of it was holding. Right there, you can see the strong wicks out. I always like to look at wicks out of certain PD arrays and rejection. So daily time frame super bullish. We'll then go down to the 4-hour. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, also I didn't draw this up before, but we are holding a 4-hour bullish fair value gap, which once again, look at the rejection wicks out, right? Strong ass rejections out, and rejections are one of my favorite things I like to use just because it shows you momentum. It shows you basically what we're rejecting and what we're expecting. So we had all of these rejections, and then we had a inverse order block here on the 4-hour time frame right here, which we ended up wicking out of. So we opened up lower, wicked out of that as well. So if we now go down to the hourly time frame, also we had a nice liquidity sweep right here. Beautiful wick out closure right there. Looking at ES, also if we go down to the 15-minute time frame, right here we had a SMT with ES plus SMT there. If we look at ES here, meaning NQ took out this low, ES did not take out the low, so that's what kind of sponsored this move higher towards all-time highs, as well as we also had a order block right here. And you can see once again, strong ass rejections, 1, 2, 3, ton of rejections out, as well as with the SMT is kind of how I got my bias for today. And then going down the time frames from the 5 minute to the 1 minute, that's where I started to look for my entry. Also, if we look at this range here, this was the range. You can see how strong equilibrium was holding as well. So we had three things here. We had a SMT, we had equilibrium being rejected, as well as we had this order block. So we just had a ton of stacked PD arrays there. And also, we actually also had a breaker block here, which was holding very nicely. So just a ton of stacked confluences here. And the breaker block was this low, high, lower low, took out liquidity, closed above it, displacing higher, 15-minute time frame, tap back into the breaker. Once again, strong ass rejections, right? The body's never closed back into the breaker, never closed back into that range. We just kept wicking out of those PD arrays as well as equilibrium. So if we go down to the 5 minute, I was looking for my entry. On the 5 minute, I saw that we actually were inside of this order block right here. Right here, and then I scaled down to the 15-second time frame for my entry. First let me show you guys, we had a data low here, so we had that 10 a.m. news. So I wanted that to get taken, either a SMT or a sweep of that. So that's what we got right here. We had a SMT with that data low. Once that SMT was in, I then looked for my final entry confirmation, which we were rejecting a 5 minute PD array. We were in this order block on the 5 minute. So I then scaled down to the 15-second for a inverse order block right here. Let's see. Had an inverse order block as well as a CISD. As well as we also had a IFEG. So I don't really use IFEGs too much anymore, but there was that as well. So yeah, final confirmation after the SMT was that shift in structure on the lower time frame. Could have also taken this off the 1 minute, but entry would have been kind of cooked. But yeah, 15-second gave a nice entry here. Took my first partial at 1 to 2 risk to reward. That's always where I like to secure profits, as well as the runner towards all-time highs. Nice external draw on liquidity. Actually, my entry was a bit better. Got a nice entry there. But yeah, also stop loss was placed at that SMT wick low. This was also a SMT with data, which is a very strong SMT, one of my favorites. And yeah, basically saw this here as a protected low because ES already swept it out. If we look at ES here, ES right here already swept it out. Right there. That's the quick trade recap. And yeah, does anybody have any questions about this? Overall, banger ass day. Took this trade across all my prop firm accounts, as well as I took this on my live accounts as well. But yeah, also executed this on live stream, so I called it out at my entry. If you're a trader right now who's struggling to get funded, pass a prop firm account, or secure some consistent prop firm payouts, then I also currently have an offer right now where I guarantee to work with you one-on-one until you're funded over 6 figures with prop firms and receive your first ever payouts. So if that's something that you're interested in, that is the first link in the description where you can actually apply to work with me one-on-one. And if you're a good fit to work with me, then we'll make sure to get some good results together. But yeah, overall, if you watch this video all the way until the end, drop a W in the comments, as well as hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Really helps the channel grow as well. But yeah, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope I could have provided you guys some value today. Comment if you guys have any questions, as well as comment if you guys caught anything on this day. Comment if you guys caught anything. How'd you guys do on the week as well? Make sure to drop something in the comments. Also, no matter where you're currently at in your trading journey, just know that it does get better as long as you keep back testing, stay patient, stay disciplined, because eventually if you just keep putting in the work day after day after day, you will get results. It's literally impossible to fail if you make it impossible to fail. So yeah, trade safe. Love you all. Peace out.